line. The minute that them folk called your phone to see if you were gonna pay for the funeral, you blocked them. That's not real, cuz. On God, that's not real. You ain't straight. You ain't straight. That's them folk. Come on now, cuz. You pluck. On God, that ain't straight, cuz.
Hey, man. Stay safe, world. You already know what's going on. Man, it's looking like some confusing news is going on with Big Scarr, man. His brother spoke out today talking about how Gucci Mane told Big Scarr's family that he was going to pay for the funeral expenses after Big Scarr passed away earlier last week. Then, when his family asked him about it, when they were about to lay him to rest, Gucci Mane blocks his family allegedly. Man, it's a crazy ass story and it's telling a lot about this man. But before we get into this, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna run up this video. Make sure y'all check out the merch link in the description, man. So let's get it. Yo, this situation is definitely crazy, if that's the least you could say about it. But basically, Big Scarr's little brother, Quez, speaks out on IG Live after laying his brother to rest. And he goes into detail about how Gucci Mane essentially lied to his family and blocked his whole family after saying he was going to pay for their funeral, man. That sounds about right in the Gucci Mane alley, man. You can't even lie. It's definitely sad and messed up for a number of reasons. Because number one, if this is true, which it definitely seems like something that will be true, I'm going to get into why later. But it definitely is something that shows that his principles are fucked up in some type of way, man. Because it's like, you don't even have to go out of your way to say that type of stuff unless you're gonna do it. You know, a family is grieving. This isn't some clout shit. If you're gonna do it, then do it. If you're not gonna do it, then don't do it. Like no one told you to do this shit. You know, these rappers be a little fried. So if this is the case, that's just crazy, man. Like, the fact that he blocked them after, man, it just shows that these rappers, if that's really the case, then they're not doing as well as they make it look. Now, I feel like a lot of the reason why he could be in this predicament is because his artists are all going out sad, man. Already in the last month, 2 of his artists have gotten locked up and killed. Big Scarr died from an overdose, and then his other artist, Matt Critter, went down the drain too when he caught a body and got arrested for it. And you know, people think that it's just ultimately, oh yeah, he's gonna be alright because he has their money and their music and shit. If you think about it, it's a fucked up investment, and sometimes that shit, you're not gonna get your money back. Sure, he made money off Big Scarr, but now Big Scarr is dead and he's only gonna make money off his old music. And also, Matt Critter, he basically gave him an advance, and that money is donezo. It's not like he's gonna get that money back, really. I mean, like, he has probably a fan base to get some streams back, but if they stop listening to him while he's in jail, and if he didn't make enough songs, like, it's just like an L. Not to mention all his other artists. Yeah, they're making money off streams, but they're not really making money off the touring and the merch and shit like that they could be making outside in the club appearances and shit. So it's like, man, it's super crazy. Like, his business structure probably is down bad. That would be the only reason. Because it's like, even if they didn't ask you to do that and you put it upon yourself to go and say that, hey, I'm gonna pay for the funeral and stuff, if it's really down bad like that, I don't think anyone would have said anything if you didn't pay for all of it. Like, if you put some bread into it, you know, a little bit helps. Like, if you set up a GoFundMe for it, man, all Gucci Mane had to do was set up a GoFundMe for Big Scarr, and people would have donated for that shit, man. Like, you didn't even have to do nothing yourself. If you wanted to pay for it, you have enough fans, and the fan base of Big Scarr would have definitely donated money for his funeral. But he already has his homies and his brothers that are getting money that are going to do it. But it's the principle of saying that type of stuff is the crazy shit, man. Like, why go out of the way to say that shit? You know, that shit is just confusing, man. Like, what do these people be thinking? You know, I feel like a lot of these rappers don't really be thinking. That has to be it. Because it's like, man, to even go out of the way and tell a family that's grieving this shit is crazy, man. But, you know, it's kind of an example of how these labels and signing to an artist that is a label do not give a fuck about your well-being in the first place. You know, if they really cared about his well-being, Gucci Mane, when he puts these street artists on, he should get them with people, you know, that build financial literacy and stuff like that. You know, help them invest, help them get them around people that can invest. Don't just let them get that advance and put it back in the streets and invest in traps and shit like that, because in the end you're just leading them dry. It's like the blind leading the blind, you know. Like, if they were to take their money that they got and put it into something productive on top of their music, they could probably get into a position where they can have money and not have to rely on doing shit in the streets. But obviously the label itself, I don't know if he thinks that's the way that it's about, because his is the only label where all your artists are basically in jail or dead. You know, like, it starts from a place of planning, you know. Like, you have to plan shit out and plan these artists to have successful careers. That's if you really care. If you don't give a fuck, then you just give them money in a chain and tell them to go figure it out and shit, which seems like that's what they're doing. And obviously the blueprint is fucking up, so it's like you can only do so many things before you go insane. You know, what's that one prodigy that they say, you do the same thing over and over, that's a symptom of insanity? Man, this is a symptom of insanity if I ever seen one, man. But hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think about that shit. You think he's telling the truth, or you think Gucci Mane is just doing the right thing and it's not his responsibility to do this shit, man? Let me know what y'all think. Real stay safe shit. You already know what's going on. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. We gonna run this up. Check out the merch too. Peace.